and here we go.
Hurricane Matthew expected to maintain that Category 4 status as it makes its way across Cuba and through the Bahamas.
Here's the system itself. The other thing you can see is that northern movement. That is going to continue.
It's the U.S. on deck.
The eye now looks like it has started to shift to the west, but then it's going to turn toward the eastern seaboard.
All interest from Florida all the way up to the Carolinas need to be on standby. But I want to focus in on some U.S. impacts here because this cone has a lot of people concerned, and for good reason.
There is certainly going to be impacts from Matthew from the east coast of Florida all the way up toward at least the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
We do know that later this week, tropical storm force winds are going to move in.
And if Matthew comes close enough, and it can, we could be looking at hurricane conditions.
And it will be a significant threat to the southeast coast of the U.S.
You know, the more and more I look at this, the more and more dangerous it looks for me for Florida.
This is one of the models keeping that center hugging right along the coastline, which is a bad scenario for storm surge. Let me tell you what, folks, this is one you have to watch.
Stay cool. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents.
If you are in Florida or anywhere along the East Coast, you better be paying attention. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the continuing Thor News coverage of Hurricane Matthew. I've been covering the storm since September 27th, and I gotta say, alert, alert, danger, danger. The storm is scary, getting scarier. Let's meet our players. That right there is Hurricane Matthew, a giant Category 4 hurricane that is definitely headed for Florida and the East Coast. Matthew is traveling super slow, 3 to 5 miles an hour, which means its 140 mile per hour winds are affecting the areas that it's crossing greatly for extended periods of time. Here is Invest 98, which may develop into a tropical storm hurricane and could also the upper East Coast in the future. And I'm a bit under the weather. I got an earache, throat ache, toothache, a mind ache, full body ache. And when I woke up, this thing had totally developed and I don't even know what the hell it is. And as I've been pulling my expert reports from the professional weathercasters and forecasters, nobody's mentioned it yet. But considering it's in the Atlantic and it's bigger than Matthew and Invest 98 combined, we should definitely add it to our areas of concern to watch. The overall weather situation in the Atlantic seems to be bad, getting worse. I would say it's deteriorating, but that sounds too pessimistic of a word. Maybe accurate, I just don't want to use it. If you are in Florida or anywhere along the East Coast, you better be paying attention. And I would say, for a worst case scenario, have evacuation plans ready. And don't evacuate at the last minute. Now, I'm not fear-mongering. Any intelligent man or woman who's looking at this map and not only seeing giant Hurricane Matthew cross across Jamaica and Haiti doing major damage, but whatever this freak storm system is behind it that's just popped up, both of those look like they could definitely affect the East Coast. And at this point, all professional supercomputer model forecasts of Hurricane Matthew have been complete garbage, with 90% of them up to like today saying there's almost no chance it would make landfall on Florida or the East Coast.
By the way, when you look at this, that is European GFS. They are aligned, baby.
All eyes are intense Hurricane Matthew.
18 inches of additional rain possible over the Bahamas, not to mention the storm surge that could be 10 to 15 feet.
You're looking at incredible footage from the International Space Center of Hurricane Matthew. Look at that eye. Whenever you see an eye that is that small and that defined, yeah, that's a major hurricane, Category 4.
So recap, Hurricane Matthew is big, getting bigger, and weird, getting weirder with each passing minute. It is almost sure to make landfall on either Florida and or the East Coast USA, head up the East Coast, and this is while Florida is already getting some rain, unrelated to Matthew. And when Hurricane Matthew comes, he will bring strong winds, heavy rains, and possible major damaging storm surge. And storm surge is where the ocean pushes up on the land. As I said, I'm a bit under the weather now. I will be doing what I can to bring you the best coverage of this storm possible. And somewhere between 5 and 8 your time, I will have another video out on Matthew, where I've made one of my awesome editing compilations of all the professional weather forecasters and meteorologists around. I don't know if you know this, I am probably one of the best editors on YouTube. Okay, so everybody stay cool. Usually I like to tell jokes, but I do fear that a lot of lives have been lost in Haiti and Jamaica, and the situation may worsen. So through these videos, my sense of humor will be locked down, unfortunately. So God bless everybody. All right. Peace out. Talk to you guys soon. I'll be back. Oh, another thing. My data is always solid and top notch, top shelf, top of the morning to you. Peace out.